Hello? We're working on possibly having a...
I'm Chris Herbeck from the Dumbo Art Center. I'm the Associate Director is my title. Everything from painting the walls, repairing holes, hanging work, sending out press releases, coming to the opening, setting up the bar, coordinating all the spaces with the artists, getting permits, figuring out what we need for insurance, lots of stuff. It's not easy. If you love art like I do, then it's all worth it, so.
A little hectic, you know, here and there. Unexpected things popping up. Hello.
Each park has their own process for approving projects. Many things can happen.
If he wants to mount them like this, we have to get it approved by the engineer. Are you drilling into
No, just it's a brace.
We need to get this approved before you can
Attach them?
Yeah. We knew that that was your plan. We just didn't know how you're planning on mounting them and securing them and everything. So we didn't know what you were going to do. And we do need approval from
Yes,
that.
you understand where I'm coming from too.
Yeah,
That I
right.
just flew in yesterday. Shipping these pieces here, building them to the constraints of what the requirement is.
Okay, well let's just, take some pictures, send it to the engineer, and...
All right, and we're about done here. So if I may, I'll leave as is. You call me, and let me know, please.
Some artists take the news well. It's kind of an organic process.
I feel like it might clash a little bit, and I don't really know if there's as much foot traffic.
I'm Dac Gage, and I'm David Wicks. We're both multimedia developers at Damani Studios, and we've been working on some interactive projections for the Dumbo Arts Festival.
So it turns out we had this space picked out for a while as somewhere where we wanted to project, but we didn't realize until we came out at night just how bright all of these street lamps were. So we're hoping that we can move to a darker area, possibly inside the park.
We try to introduce new categories. If you have a sculpture that would be great to float in water, that's a category.
I'm a little nervous because the water's kind of rough, so. My name is Yanthe Jackson.
And my name is Pauline Marcel.
And the piece is called Floating Picnic.
We've been working on this piece for like almost a year.
So we were really interested in doing this, the places where we've both come from originally. So I've come from Buffalo and she's originally from Dominica. And then now we live in different places and sort of like water as a route to connect people and land and food and things like that. I'm not really worried about it floating away. I don't think that's gonna happen. So yeah, we all have life jackets, so we'll be safe.
My name's Ted Southern, and this piece is called Stroboscopic Propeller. I've got a podium here where you can turn on a motor that runs the propeller and also a couple strobe lights. This is a 9-wire irrigation cord, and because there's 2 strobe lights, I ended up having a lot of leads. There's actually a potentiometer here to adjust the rate of the strobe lights. So as the strobe flashes on the propeller, you get something like the stroboscopic effect, they call it. It's a similar effect as a film or a zoetrope, yeah. I am concerned about it, it's a dangerous piece. It's spinning aluminum blades, basically. Looking at the site, I was kind of nervous, so I had to make sure that I could somehow mount on the rocks, and what I've done is actually strapped this piece to the rocks using aircraft cable and webbing, mostly because it's so windy here already. To run a big fan with a 0.5 horsepower motor is kind of concerning. So I went to extra special effort to make sure this thing wasn't going to blow away.
We've had this up for another large event before, and we started setting it up within this kind of corridor, and this thing becomes very solid.
Actually, we should talk to Brad probably, because he's been the point person.
We're going to come at some point to see, to take a look.
Being that this is a big public event, It seems like they need to be able to have fire trucks and ambulances access all of the park area.
This is going to be the boundary. Oh, okay, so you're not going to go further.
I don't feel like it's ridiculous because if there was a fire in the park, heaven forbid, and the fire truck were not able to get through because of an art project and somebody was to lose their life, I wouldn't think it was very ridiculous.
Apparently this morning the engineer took a quick look, not a good look, a quick look, and he had some concerns about safety, about vehicles being able to pass through here.
An ambulance is 8.5 feet wide.
Well, I don't think they measured anything,
right.
so I will go back to them since you're complying with their request. You know,
There are legitimate reasons for doing what they do. Sometimes, which ended up being the case for this, things work out on their own.
Well, we just need to be prepared, so I'll come back and I'll take pictures. I'll also take pictures of this, and then I'll send everything over, so there could be no doubt that we're not trying.
Yeah, I think it's fine. Jessica made a schedule for ladders.
My name is Kaspar Stracke. Up there, this is Gabriela Monroy. We both are the directors of Video Dumbo, which is part of the festival. Right now we try to make this space black so that we can use it really as a cinema, but also for video installations. Unfortunately for video you always need to cover sunlight, which is very sad, but that's what we gotta do. Where's Chris going, by the way? Do you know? We lost Chris because of the interview.
Well, sometimes an artist needs access to a space. This is like something that we had today.
And it was a total misunderstanding, I thought. Because I span these aircraft cables across, so I have to at least do sort of maybe one test.
Well, I'm trying to set up my installation, which is obviously right now a bit difficult. My installation is like hanging paper suits, and they're suspended in air, and so I'm going to build this grid out of aircraft cable that I have to drill into the wall where lights and everything is suspended. So that's what I'm trying to do, but I'm not getting to it just now.
Get this 646.
The space is owned by the property manager. A lot of times they're a little protective over it, and they don't just give their keys to anybody. They're also liable if somebody was to get injured in their space. They don't want a lawsuit coming their way. So we have to provide proof of insurance. We have to show the property managers exactly what the artists are going to do and go over the procedures for installation.
What about, would you be able to do everything else that you're planning on doing? There's no other way of doing it? Okay.
So that's a process, and sometimes it takes time, and the artist, they're under a lot of anxiety. They have a very short amount of time to put their project together. They've been working on for months.
Did you reach him?
No, I didn't. Sometimes they're left waiting a couple hours to get the keys. We're not the holders of the keys, but we have to get them from the people that have the keys, and the people that have the keys require certain things from us.
So should we meet there now? Okay. Okay, bye. So we'll go meet there.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much. I didn't realize. Thank you.
Basically what I'll do is I'll just run the cables down into here. I'm not going to tape or do anything on the walls. I'll just run them down here. I have like a little power strip, and that's the end of that.
It's going to drill to put its own post right above the white wall of the block. No problem. So it shouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
All right. It worked perfectly.